You've been brushing off the moments that repeat, haven't you? That number you keep seeing, the name that keeps showing up, the feeling you get in your chest when you pass by a certain place or hear a certain song. It's not a glitch, it's not your imagination, and it is most certainly not random. Jesus wants you to understand that what feels like coincidence right now is actually the gentle unfolding of divine strategy. What seems accidental to you was already written with precision in heaven. Every delay you hated, every no you received, every person who ghosted you, every sudden change that knocked the breath out of your lungs. They weren't the enemy's triumphs. They were the fingerprints of God, preparing the terrain for something your mind couldn't have imagined yet. Jesus has been walking beside you quietly, moving puzzle pieces into place, watching you struggle to make sense of the chaos while knowing that none of this would be wasted. He knows how tired you are of holding on to invisible promises, of putting faith in moments that pass like shadows. But he wants you to know this. The coincidence that's about to happen will not feel small. It will shake something in you. It will look too perfectly timed to explain away. You'll tell someone, and they'll say, "What are the chances?" But you'll know, deep in your bones, you'll know that it was him. And the craziest part? This divine setup was waiting on you to arrive. Jesus delayed some things, not because you weren't ready to receive them, but because the miracle was still maturing behind the scenes. Someone you don't even know, yet has been praying for someone exactly like you. Someone whose story lines up with yours like a lock and a key. They're about to cross your path, not because of chance, but because of obedience. That dream you had last week, the stranger who spoke a phrase you once journaled months ago, the opportunity that came out of nowhere when you were about to give up, they're all part of a pattern, heaven's quiet rhythm guiding you towards something precise. Jesus is saying, stop calling these moments random. You are walking inside a divine algorithm, a holy equation where nothing is wasted and everything is orchestrated. The timing is meticulous. The delay was sacred. Even the heartbreaks had a blueprint. That job you didn't get, that house that fell through, that friend who stopped talking to you without explanation, those weren't setbacks. Those were reroutes to your breakthrough. The enemy tried to disguise it as rejection, but heaven marked it as protection. You were being detoured to destiny, moved away from people and places that would have diluted your power. And now the atmosphere is shifting. The pressure you felt lately, the random emotions, the spiritual tiredness, it's not you falling apart. It's your soul preparing for impact. You're on the verge of something so life-shifting that even your past will begin to make sense. That's why everything feels louder, deeper, heavier. You're about to collide with what you were built for. And the next coincidence? It will feel like lightning. It will wake you up spiritually. It might be a person. It might be a message. It might be a door that swings open the moment you are about to walk away. But however it arrives, know this. It's been hunting you since the day you were born. It's not coming because you earned it. It's coming because you were always chosen for it. Jesus says, don't overlook what seems small. That stranger's compliment. That song playing right when you needed hope. That unexpected delay that saved your life without you even realizing it. They're all clues in this divine setup. And if you've been feeling like you're stuck in the same season, like nothing is moving or everything is being taken from you, listen closely. Sometimes heaven clears the field so the miracle has enough room to land. You weren't being emptied. You were being made ready. This isn't about luck. This isn't about coincidence. This is a holy strategy in motion, one so detailed that not even your biggest mistake could ruin it. That's why you survived what you did. That's why the door slammed in your face was necessary. That's why the person who left didn't belong. Because what's coming needs space, alignment, and your undivided heart. Jesus says the next coincidence will break something open. And when it does, don't question it. Don't run from it. Don't play small with it. Receive it fully. Let change your rhythm. Let stretch your faith. Because this setup, it's not just for your breakthrough. It's the answer to someone else's prayer too. You're not just being blessed. You're becoming the blessing. Watch what happens next. You see, the reason your life has felt like a divine riddle lately, a sequence of strange patterns and eerie timing, is because heaven has been working overtime to position you where miracles can reach you without obstruction. Jesus never needed you to understand it all. He just needed your yes. That subtle moment when you said, I don't know why, but I'm going to trust this. That's when things started shifting in the spirit. That person you met last week who seemed oddly familiar. The random moment you felt like someone was watching over you. The gut feeling to avoid that one path. Or the impulse to call someone you hadn't spoken to in years. It wasn't happenstance. It was evidence. Evidence that your life is being shaped by hands you cannot see, timed by a mind that sees all ends from the beginning. You may feel overlooked right now, but the truth is you're being hidden on purpose, hidden like treasure. Jesus knows the difference between being left behind and being set apart, and he wants you to know that he has not forgotten you in the silence. In fact, the silence has been holy. It's been a womb for the miracle that cannot be rushed. And just like a seed buried in dirt cannot see the sun but still grows toward it, you have been growing even in your darkest moments. Every sleepless night, every silent tear, every breath you took while saying, God, I don't understand, but I trust you, was counted and woven into the fabric of your divine setup. Jesus saw you check your phone, hoping for a message that never came. He saw you celebrate others while wondering when it would be your turn. He saw you forgive without apology, stay silent when you could have clapped back, love when it would have been easier to walk away. And now heaven is echoing with the sound of open doors, doors that no one will understand how you walk through, because they weren't meant to. These aren't doors you'll access with status, with followers, with a perfect plan. These are doors opened only by spiritual alignment, by obedience, by saying yes when everything in you is terrified. The people around you may not understand why you're suddenly pulling back, why you're no longer explaining yourself, why you're guarding your peace more fiercely. It's because your spirit has sensed a shift. Jesus is elevating you, but elevation requires separation. Not everyone can come where you're going, not because they're evil, but because they were part of the old chapter that had to close so your next one could open without confusion. You were never meant to live stuck in cycles of almosts. That's why what seemed stable had to fall. That's why what you prayed would stay walked away. Because something greater is approaching. Something so uniquely yours that it cannot be shared, cannot be copied, and cannot be missed if you're in position. Jesus says, don't mourn what was never meant to survive this season. If it walked away now, it would have ruined what's coming next. And that feeling in your gut, the one telling you to stay still when you want to chase, to listen when you want to speak, to trust when all the facts are screaming otherwise. That's not fear. That's spiritual discernment. That's the Holy Spirit gently guiding you to the place where your miracle will meet you. That coincidence you're about to experience will be so undeniable. It will reset your entire view of God's love for you. It will be detailed, personal, timed perfectly, and it won't need your striving. It will require your surrender. No begging, no bargaining, no proving. Just presence, just posture, just preparation. You're going to be exactly where you need to be at the exact moment someone else has been praying for someone like you. You are part of someone's breakthrough, just like they are part of yours. And when it all unfolds, when heaven finally drops the curtain on this long spiritual rehearsal, you'll realize every delay was divine. Every unanswered prayer was a yes to something greater. Every time you were ghosted, rejected, underestimated, it was protection wrapped in disappointment. Jesus says the next coincidence is going to confirm what your spirit already knows. You were born for impact, and impact doesn't happen by accident. Get ready. Heaven's timing is moving faster than it looks. There's a force at work behind the scenes that most cannot see or even imagine. A divine orchestration so intricate and so precise that even the smallest detail in your life is being used to craft a pathway for your breakthrough. The moments you thought were failures, the doors slammed in your face, the relationships that ended without explanation, all these have been carefully arranged by Jesus himself, who is the master architect of your destiny. What looks like chaos from the outside is actually the calm before a mighty storm of blessings that will shake your world to its very core. You may have felt invisible or forgotten, but those feelings are lies meant to keep you from stepping fully into the power that has been reserved for you. The truth is that every trial, every test, every waiting period was a sacred preparation designed to refine your character, sharpen your faith, and position you where only God can place you. Your heart may be weary, and your spirit may have questioned why the breakthrough hasn't come sooner. But this season of waiting is the soil in which your miracle is taking root. Jesus says that your faith, though small like a mustard seed, is enough to move the mountains that block your path. That seed of faith has been growing quietly, silently, but now it is about to burst forth in ways you never imagined possible. The people around you might not understand your journey. They may see your persistence as stubbornness or your hope as foolishness. But heaven sees it differently. God honors the perseverance of your soul and is working behind the scenes to bring together the exact people, the perfect timing, and the divinely inspired opportunities that will align with your purpose. That coincidence you keep noticing, the unexpected phone call, the chance encounter, the sudden insight during prayer, is a divine signpost meant to guide you toward the blessings that await you. These moments are not random. They're carefully placed intersections on your spiritual journey. Jesus is inviting you to pay close attention, to trust what you cannot yet see, and to walk boldly even when the path seems uncertain. You must understand that your breakthrough is not just for you alone. It is for the generations that will follow. Your faith-filled obedience now will ripple through time, touching lives you will never meet, but who will feel the effects of your breakthrough in their own lives. The enemy may try to convince you to give up, to believe that your prayers are unanswered. But Jesus says these lies are nothing compared to the truth of what is coming. You are standing on the precipice of divine intervention, and the mountains before you will crumble because your faith has already moved them in the spiritual realm. Hold fast to the promises, guard your heart from doubt, and refuse to be shaken by the temporary storms. The enemy is fearful because he knows your breakthrough is inevitable, and he will use every tactic to distract you, discourage you, and delay you. But the Lord your God is greater, and his plans for you cannot be thwarted. The coincidence is a herald of victory, a divine nod that you are aligned with God's perfect will. As you continue to seek his face, remain steadfast in prayer and keep your heart open to his guidance. You will find doors opening that no man can close. You will meet allies sent from heaven, receive wisdom beyond your years, and experience peace that surpasses all understanding. Your faith, tested and proven, will become a testimony that inspires others to believe in miracles again. Jesus says to rejoice even now, in the midst of the wait, because your breakthrough is already working behind the scenes, invisible to human eyes, but clear in the heavenly realm. The alignment of stars, the exact words spoken at the right time, the unexpected resources suddenly available. All these are parts of the divine setup orchestrated by Jesus himself, designed to ensure that when your moment comes, you are ready to step fully into your destiny. Keep your eyes fixed on him, your heart surrendered, and your spirit expectant, for the next coincidence is more than chance. It is a supernatural confirmation that the breakthrough you've prayed for is about to unfold in ways that will leave you speechless and full of praise. This is not just your time. It is your divine appointment with destiny. As you stand on the edge of this divine breakthrough, it is essential to understand that the journey you have traveled was never wasted nor accidental. Every tear you shed, every prayer whispered in the dark, every moment you wrestled with doubt, all were part of the divine tapestry being woven for your good and for the glory of God. Jesus reminds you now that even in your moments of solitude and struggle, he was with you, orchestrating encounters and coincidences that you might have overlooked or dismissed as mere chance. But these moments are laden with meaning, messages from heaven that the breakthrough you long for is closer than ever before. Your heart is being prepared to receive blessings so abundant they will exceed all your expectations, surpassing what you could ever imagine or deserve. The enemy will try relentlessly to steal your joy, to cause confusion and distraction. But this is a battle already won in the spiritual realm, because your faith has pierced through the veil of darkness, drawing down the light of heaven upon your path. You are being invited to walk with eyes wide open and a heart full of courage, knowing that divine favors surround you like a shield. The coincidences you see are markers placed by Jesus himself to remind you that his timing is perfect, that your breakthrough is guaranteed, and that nothing can prevent the fulfillment of his promises in your life. There is a divine alignment happening right now. People are being positioned, opportunities are being created, and resources are being mobilized, all orchestrated by the creator of the universe who loves you beyond measure. It is time to stop doubting the invisible and start embracing the spiritual reality that is unfolding on your behalf. Jesus says that this season of waiting is actually a season of acceleration, where all the pieces of the puzzle are falling into place in ways that will astonish you and those around you. What once seemed impossible is now inevitable, and the breakthroughs you have prayed for are being released to you in a way that will transform your life forever. Hold on to hope fiercely, because hope is the fuel that will carry you through every challenge and test. Know that your persistence and faith is what is drawing heaven's attention, and your breakthrough is being prepared with such care and precision that you will look back and marvel at how every hardship was a stepping stone to glory. The enemy hates to see you rise, but Jesus rejoices over you with singing, celebrating your victory before it even manifests in the physical realm. This divine setup is a testament to God's faithfulness and love. It is a reminder that your story is far from over and the best chapters are yet to come. Keep your heart attuned to the whispers of the Holy Spirit, your mind focused on the promises of God's Word, and your feet steady on the path of obedience. Do not be distracted by fear or comparison, for your breakthrough is uniquely designed for you, tailored to your purpose and destiny. The coincidences you experience are not random at all. They're divine invitations to trust deeper, pray harder, and walk boldly into what God has prepared. Jesus promises that the breakthroughs you are about to witness will not only bless you, but will also serve as a beacon of hope for others who are still waiting in the wilderness. Your testimony will become a powerful declaration that God's timing is perfect and His power is unstoppable. So stand firm, beloved, because this divine setup is the beginning of your new season. You are about to move mountains you once thought immovable, receive blessings you once thought unreachable, and walk in joy you once thought impossible. The breakthrough is here. The divine hand of God is moving on your behalf, and every coincidence you have experienced is proof that heaven is actively working to bring your dreams to fruition. Your faith has moved mountains in the spiritual realm, and now it's time to see those mountains crumble in your physical world. Keep trusting, keep believing, and keep walking forward, because Jesus says your breakthrough is not just coming. It is already on its way, and it will be more glorious than you ever dared to hope.